issues that have come up, and the legislature has been a little grumpy with you. In the classroom or research that you choose, in a public university, that's still highly, highly protected. And I guess I should back that up. These conversations we're going to have today only apply to some setting that is a public setting like UNO. It would not apply to Grace College of the Bible because the Constitution only protects us against the government. There are certainly other civil rights laws that apply across the board. Private colleges can't not accept people of color. Private colleges can't refuse to be ADA accessible. So there are some state and federal laws that apply to them. But free speech rights are unique to this setting and other public university settings. And what the academics and what attorneys are doing, scratching their head, is trying to decide, do we take all public employee cases and assume that it applies to those of you working in the academic setting? Or can there still be an argument that you're different, it's a different breed? And I think from the ACLU's perspective, there's a very good reason to think the professors should be treated differently. In your classroom, very protected. Your boss finds out that you're a registered socialist, you're probably very protected. But your boss finds out that you have been talking to other department heads about whether or not there's equal pay and whether or not there should be a study across the university system, you may or may not be. University. Over the last couple of years, you have a few senators who, for breaking news, there should always be an exception. There's been another police shooting of an unarmed black teen. You know, people want to express their opinion about that now. The U.S. wins the World Cup. Probably not going to happen, but you know, people would want to express their opinions now. So there needs to be any government entity, the university, the city of Omaha, they can ask for permitting, they can ask for people to work with them in advance, but there always has to be an escape clause for speech in the here and the now because of people's emotions. Really seem to have decided to take on the backside. So it's amazing that this bill may move, and it could use a little love. So if it's something that you feel passionate, for example, the 8th Circuit, in a case involving Craig, who was a nursing student, the nursing school found out that Craig was apparently a little bit sassy on Facebook. He felt that people in the area were not using the pencil sharpeners in a considerate manner. He posted that if people couldn't figure out how to use the pencil sharpener, he was going to do a tracheotomy on one of his fellow students. Clearly not a terroristic threat, clearly hyperbolic language. He also referred in another post to one of his classmates as a stupid bitch. He was expelled. They didn't naughty Craig. It wasn't like this is one of 18 things. They kicked him out of the nursing school. He sues. He lost all the way up to the 8th Circuit Court of Appeals. The 8th Circuit applied the high school test. So there's a U.S. Supreme Court case where a high school student wants to publish something in the high school newspaper. It's the school's paper, right? It's not like he's publishing an underground zine. It's his own paper. It's the school's paper. Not only should Craig not have been held to a high school standard, he should not have been held to the standard of the universities. It's not like he was doing this in the university. It was his own Facebook page. So that's scary on at least 2 counts, that the 8th Circuit, where you live, would be very happy to say, well, if the university is dissatisfied with something that you did in your private life, off-school grounds, that they can have an impact on you. This is another example of I'm telling you what the law is, and I'm also saying that is cray, and I have no idea why the 8th Circuit did that. It didn't get appealed beyond the 8th Circuit, so that is bad binding law here now. I've not seen any case like that anywhere else in the country.